Center. It's CCX coverage of boys high school hockey. And tonight, it's a clash between two teams from the Northwest Suburban Conference, the Totino-Grace Eagles hosting the Osseo Orioles. Hi, welcome everybody. Along with Dan Ficken, I'm Joe Moline. And Dan, tonight, it's one of those matchups. You got two teams on the bottom side of the standings. But in that kind of game situation, we expect a close game here tonight, evenly matched teams, but also an important game for each of these two teams because wins are hard to come by for each of them.
Well, absolutely, and they're both in the West, so they got an opportunity here now to get a win, start moving up the standings. But both teams had a little trouble scoring goals, and have really had a problem trying to mesh. Totino-Grace is a very young team trying to gel. Osseo, they're still trying to find their roots too, putting lines together and playing together. They've had a lot of injuries, broken collarbone, broken ankle, so we'll see what emerges tonight between the two teams.
For Osseo, like I said, it's been a struggle this year, only 1-6, and a win tonight against Totino-Grace will be kind of the thing that pushes them into the tournament schedule, the holidays, and something they could really need.
Well, and they're really looking forward to a tournament up in Warroad. They go there every year, and it's a really good lineup, the Falls, Warroad, and Grafton, but that'll be the place where they'll finally get their identity. They're getting some players back now, which is going to help a lot, but they've been very competitive, according to coaches, and they're waiting now to get that break, to get that extra goal that'll get you juiced up and run. If they can find it in the holiday tournament, they might be able to make a little run.
Totino-Grace comes in, only a couple wins and a tie under their belt, and it's been a tough season for them as well. They're looking for a victory here tonight. It's a young team with a brand new head coach in Brian Murphy.
Dr. Brian is really enthusiastic, but again, they're very young. And they're still learning a system which they'd never had to do before. And he's practically halfway through his schedule. They played 10 games, a brutal schedule. They played Maple Grove, East Grand Forks, Thief River Falls, Elk River, and Matamita, #1 in A. So they want to calm down. He wants to go practice for a while, to be honest with you, Joe. So he's got a game tonight and tomorrow night. That'll be halfway through his season. And if he gets some practice time in, he's very enthusiastic about the second half of the season.
For Totino-Grace, it's one of those challenges because as the home team here playing at Brooklyn Park, this is a nice little rest, again, like you said, from a non-conference schedule. Totino-Grace is one of the elite Class A programs in the state, usually, and that's why they have the schedule that they have. They don't account for maybe a down talent here, and here they are with such a tough schedule.
Well, yeah, and they've always had that schedule, and Coach Brian isn't going to change that. He likes that, but the kid's got to learn from it and to work at that pace. He's really only got 2 kids back that have played any varsity time at all over the past few years, so he's played over 19 kids throughout this season, so he thinks they can get there. He says, I got to put 9 periods together at the end of the season to get to XL, and that's the goal.
All right, we expect a great matchup. It's the Orioles and the Eagles, and we drop the puck next on CCX.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood, or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Welcome back to Brooklyn Park. CCX Sports coverage of Northwest Suburban Boys High School hockey here tonight with the Osseo Orioles playing against Totino-Grace. And this is the home arena for Totino-Grace now for several seasons. They've bounced around different arenas in town. We're at Parade for a while. Now they're up here in Brooklyn Park. Much more convenient for you and myself, at least. That's what really matters, right, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you see your goaltender for the Osseo Orioles. In night tonight, Ben Shea. This season 1-2 with 3 goals against average and a 91.1 save percentage. The only win this year for the Orioles came when he was in net. They've been splitting goaltending duty, and he's getting the call here tonight.
On the other end, we have senior Alex Holscher, 2-4-0 with a 3.98 GAA, a .879 save percentage, but they're going to give him a shot. They've been splitting the goaltenders a little bit more too. They do have a freshman that's sitting there. They might give a try too, but they're going to see what Alex does, especially with the game tomorrow night against Luverne here at Brooklyn Park Arena. So the senior gets the start for the Eagles. Right now, with the way this Northwest Suburban West is sitting, this is an important game for both these teams. They need to get off the schneid here and start getting some wins here to make a run here. And again, as you said, the Grace Eagles, this will be marked the halfway point of their season. So time's running out for them a little bit more than it is for the Orioles.
Orioles in the bright orange. Visiting jerseys going right to left here on your TV screen. Totino-Grace in the home whites. Right away, Osseo in on a 2-on-1. They couldn't quite connect there. Pass a little bit too far for Mitchell Meyer as the Orioles went immediately on the attack. Now the Eagles play the puck out to center ice. Osseo regroups with Dylan McKenzie with it. McKenzie plays it up across center. Nice job avoiding a check there by Meyer as Meyer gets the puck deep into the zone. And swinging around there for the Eagles is Nick Stickcha. Puck gets played up the line but not out. Fight for it near the half wall now. Osseo retreats at their own blue line as Totino-Grace is able to chip it out. Line change here, and Osseo comes back on the attack with McKenzie throwing one on goal. Nice reversal there by Jack Wakic, one of the captains for Totino-Grace. Now Orioles dump it back in. Jackson Dwyer will get the Orioles back on the forecheck. First minute of play down inside the Eagles zone. Furthest away from us here up in the announcer group. Now Wasik brings it behind his net. Trying to break it up the near boards. Gives it up the wall to Musial. Musial can't get it out. Now it's dumped to center. Passed a little bit too far. Not able to grab it was Brandon Lee. Lee races after it. The icing was waved off. They said Lee got a piece of it. Held at the blue line, shot towards the net, and that one's going to be gloved out of the air by Kleinashay.
Well, Osseo off to a good start here, putting on some offensive pressure first. Both teams are going to run 3 lines tonight consistently. So the 2 top lines are pretty good lines. They can put the puck in the net, and it's the second and third lines that they're going to have to start showing something here as the game goes on, or as the season goes on.
Luke Delzer to take the face-off for the Eagles, a freshman for Totino-Grace. Played Bantam hockey last year for the Rogers Royals Association. His pass right there goes off the boards and out of the zone. Back to get it is Brendan Lee. Lee plays it to his partner. Now Lee will go back to get it inside his own zone. And Totino-Grace will chip it out. Alex Sharp didn't quite get the right angle on that one, but the icing is waved off, so it was effective. Back to get it is Hoffman for the Orioles. He'll dump it around to the near side. Holding in there is Daniel Dinas. Dennis plays down in the corner. Orioles go back to get it. Now it's Aker looking to get out of the zone. Aker in the corner takes a check. Gets knocked off the puck there. Jack Gray going to work for Totino-Grace. Gray goes down. Gavin Jepson's there to help him out. Jepson, now we're going to say a hand pass as Gray played it to Jepson, and the faceoff's going to come outside the Osseo zone.
Well, if you were talking to Coach Fino and Coach Willie of the Osseo Orioles, they said the thing that they've been finding so far in the season is occasionally the Orioles get tight and they can't break out and start giving up a lot of shots. They're averaging 40 shots a game, which is, well, that's rough on any goaltender. It's amazing to see Ben Kleinashay with such a good save percentage after seeing so much puck.
Face off one down in the corner. Finus gets for the Eagles, brings it all the way around the boards, held in there by Garrity. Garrity dumps it back down in the corner. Orioles back on the forecheck here. Ty Hill with it. Hill centers it out front. And having to be sharp there was Holscher making the stop for the Eagles. Totino-Grace plays it out to the neutral zone now. That's where Jepson dumps it on into the Osseo zone. Totino-Grace goes for a line change now. Back to get it is Marcy Assini. Turns it over. And now Osseo back to retrieve it once again. Garrity takes a check as he played it up to the winger. Meyer got it up to the blue line, but Totino-Grace comes right back in. Puck gets played back behind the goal. Flipped up the wall, and a nice breakout pass there by Meyer. Leads the Oriole charge out, but taking a check there was Musial at center ice, and he got knocked off the puck. Jerich reverses, comes back to the far side of the rink to try to break it out. Regains control now, skates the puck up and out, and a nice headman pass to Meechin. Meechin jumps it into the zone. This is Brash with it for Osseo. Brash let it get away from a little bit, so a turnover. And a shot toward the goal there by Lee. And we do have a penalty upcoming. So first penalty of the game, it's going to be a hooking on the Orioles after that turnover on Osseo.
Number 8, Zach Brosh, looks like he's going into the sin bin. Both teams have been taking a lot of penalties. Totino-Grace, total of 109 minutes in penalties this year, and Osseo with 90 minutes in penalties. You can see the stick get up there, and boy, I'll tell you, the minute that thing gets above the waist, then refs are going to put that arm up every time.
Osseo's penalty kill been outstanding this year, 87.9%. Again, been on the penalty kill a little bit too frequently. Off the carom, a great looking chance there, and what a save by Kleineshay. Boy, Nick Stitcha cannot believe it that he did not score right there. Stitcha was sitting on the doorstep, got the perfect carom off the back wall. Take a look. Great opportunity for the Eagles.
It comes right out. Sometimes that net gets real small. It's not 6'4". It's about 2 by 2 at that point when it comes that easily under stick.
Lee plays it to the point. Now it goes back down into the corner for Bonfi. Bonfi over to Lee. Lee at the half wall. Playing catch with Bonfi. Bonfi gives it to Lee. Lee puts it right on net, and Kleineshay was sharp on that angle. Now the Eagles work it back up to the point. Right to the middle. That one made its way through traffic. They got deflected at the last moment wide on the shot from Wasik. Turnover right there. Hoffman was able to get it. Hoffman's going to rush up the ice. He has a one-on-one opportunity with a back checker coming. Hoffman buys a little bit of time, gets the puck deep into the zone. And Totino-Grace regains possession with 1:10 to go in this first power play of the evening. A couple of decent chances on the first 50 seconds.
Well, Coach Murphy said they've been getting good looks. They just haven't been able to close the deal, and it's just been consistent throughout the season. He figures once they get one in, that power play is going to start working better. They're only running at 9% right now, Joe.
Adam Johnson retrieves the puck for Totino-Grace. Second unit on the ice now for this power play for the Eagles. He plays it back to the point now for Golden. Golden gives it back to him, and then Johnson had his shot blocked. Puck gets played behind the zone. Nice job by Aker to buy some time, get it up the wall, and now they're able to chip it to center. This puck's going to go out of play, and we'll have a stoppage with 11:51 to go in the opening period. 30 seconds remaining in this one-man advantage for the Eagles.
Well, good looks for both teams. The Eagles did get set up, and they got a couple very good looks. In fact, one that probably should have gone in, but Osseo then reasserts itself on the penalty kill. And they, as you said, got a good one. It's pulling it off at 93% right now.
Johnson, Meacham, and Jerich, the forwards for Totino-Grace to close out this first power play. Into the zone comes Meacham. Down through the middle. Catches up to the puck. Takes a check there, looking for some help from Johnson. Johnson gets to it. Johnson will bounce it off the boards to the point. He catches it back at the half wall, tries to walk in, got loose with the puck, and had it knocked away by McKenzie. Here comes the Orioles out 2-on-2. Penalty's going to expire here. And winding it all the way back out of the zone. Didn't like what he saw. Wants to get a line change as Ty Hill now will throw it back to the Eagles' blue line.
Really smart play there, Joe. Just had nothing in front, so I figured let's take it out, get reset, and now all of a sudden they're putting pressure inside the zone.
Back to full strength hockey now for both squads. Osseo not playing the right angle. There was Hoffman. Turnover now. Puck gets played out in front. Good defensive recovery by the Orioles. And here comes Meyer through center. Meyer gets to the Eagles' blue line. Tosses a backhander back behind the goal. And the forecheck ensues for Osseo. Nice check there along the back wall by Stephen Golden for the Eagles. Puck got centered out front. Now it's held in at the point, as Hoffman was able to catch up to it and play it down low. Centering pass right there denied by the Orioles. And here come the Eagles with it. Palmer got the puck to center. Got it ahead to Delzer, and Delzer dumps it in as the whole Eagles go for a line change. Osseo with an opportunity to break the puck out. They don't retain possession though. And Totino-Grace will toss it right back in. Back to get it goes Hoffman. Hoffman puts one high off the glass, gets out of the zone, and TG will come right back in after it. Aker loses the battle right there to Jack Gray. Now Gray plays it to the point. That shot gets blocked. Second attempt, blocked again. And Aker's able to play the puck out of the zone. Nice headman pass. Here they come. Dwyer down. Dwyer goes down. No penalty called.
Actually, it was a pretty good check, Joe. There was, it was a stretch by Dwyer coming across, and no real illegal contact there. But the Osseo defense is panicking, and they got to control it, bringing it up the ice. Just don't throw a pass for the sake of throwing a pass. There's another one that waited too long. He's got to find some short passes to get to break it out well.
Another turnover by the Orioles. We've seen numerous turnovers here in this first 7 minutes and change. And then again, the puck goes out of play out of the Osseo bench, and our face-off upcoming.
I see a good attempt at the move here, just coming across here. Now watch him bring it back across. Really didn't get a whole lot of leg, or didn't stick his leg out.
Got a little loose there. I got a 2 minute for tripping there. I stuck at the right leg.
Well, I'm a former D, and I don't agree. We like to get away with everything. Why not? By God.
We got the privilege of making these tough calls up here from where no one can hear us, and we have no repercussions for our bad calls, right?
Oh, just call us Mr. Wisdom right now. You know, by God, we see it all, know it all.
Lee taking the face-off for the Eagles, wins it back to the point. However, the puck goes off the skates of Beisner. It's center ice, and now TG will regroup inside their own zone. Nice little D-to-D exchange right there, buying some time, and they're able to come up through center now with Lee. This is Bonfie. Bonfie was trying to center. Maybe should have taken the pass. He was looking for Gavin LeMay, one of the leading point scorers on this Totino-Grace team.
Bonfie and LeMay have had the majority of goals here. Total of 8 goals and 12 assists, and the tough guys on their power play.
LeMay chases after it, throws a ripper through the slot area. Nobody home there. And Goodman gets the puck out to center ice. Regrouped there by Bonfie. Plays it back to his defense. And now a turnover. Good looking check there from Bonfie as he took down the Orioles' Cooper Goodman.
But one thing I like about the Eagles here, Joe, is their breakout. They're not afraid to reverse it. If they see pressure coming to one side, they'll bring it back to the other side. The Orioles having a tough time doing that.
Rash plays it up the wing. A nice pinching effort there by Stitcha. And for a moment they kept it in, but then the puck got played out. Now TG with control of the puck across the red line, but a good defensive effort and turnover there as Ty Hill exerted himself and got possession of the puck. Now leaves it off for his defenseman Brash. Brash looking for that long lead pass up and out of the zone, turned it over. Now he gets it back. Second attempt for Brash, turns it over once again. Now here comes Osseo. Banks it off the boards there, Ty Hill. And a shot got deflected as racing on the left side was Nate Musial. And an attempt for Osseo, one of the better looking rushes they've had here this evening.
Yeah, Musial's been having a really good season here. You can see that turnover situation in neutral ice coming down through, and now a nice bounce pass off to open it up, and boy, that almost had a chance here, it looked like, in the upper left.
Back to get it. Garrity goes down. So winning the race there is Sharp for Totino-Grace. Sharp gets a check from Garrity. The two number 4s do battle. Still going at it. That's finally getting it is Tim Lavin for Osseo. He tries the near side. Now it gets played back down into the corner. Winning the race there is Delzer. Delzer avoids a check. Chases after it there at the half wall. Down into the corner it goes for Sharp. Sharp gets pinned up against by Garrity. Now Garrity for Osseo plays it up the wing. They try to chip it out. Delzer intercepted. And now Osseo will finally get the puck out of the zone. Oh, that one goes in from long range. An innocent little dump in from Ben Palmer sneaks its way in. And Ben Kleinasche can't believe it. And it's 1-0 to Totino-Grace.
Oh, you hate to see this happen to a goaltender. Oh my gosh. He's just, beside himself. All right. Get a good look here coming up. Just throws it in. Kind of bounces and deflects and comes out and hits the corner of the net and goes in. It's almost like dealing with a knuckleball. Just kind of throwing in. Boy, he wants to get that one back. Well, he's got to shake it off now and see what he can do about shutting off the rest of them. Grace taking a 1-0 lead, and they're happy about it, but they know it was a lucky one.
Kleinasche has a save percentage over 90% this year. Would love to get a second chance to get that one back. And now he gets a deflection out front. That one almost finds the back of the net. Now the Eagles are starting to buzz a little bit. Right away, if you're Totino-Grace, you want to get some more pucks on that goaltender and see if you can't shake him up. Osseo will play the puck out. Nice headman pass by Meyer out of the zone. Meyer finds Musial as they go on the attack. Puck gets played off the boards there by Darby Jones. And here comes Totino-Grace, a little 2-on-1 action. Nice centering feed, and he scores! Gavin Jepson finishes the deal on the 2-on-1 from Totino-Grace as Osseo got caught in transition.
Boy, just nice play in front of the net. He was very calm, didn't panic. He knew he was all by himself in front of the net, took his time, brought it to his forehand and back to his backhand, and just snaked it in behind the goalie.
Jepson, the junior goal scorer for Totino-Grace. Recipient of a great pass, does a great job of spreading it out. And Jepson, it's his first goal of the year.
Nice pass right there, too.
Well, the defenseman Hoffman made a mistake, though. He really committed hard after that puck. There was no reason to chase after that puck so hard when he had Jepson streaking down the middle. Even though that one fluky goal went in, you'd like to teach your defenseman that nothing's going to win from that far out. Stay in the middle. So here comes Osseo, down 2 goals now as Totino-Grace getting some momentum. Not a team that scored a lot in the first period this year. They only have 5 first period goals all season long. Here they come back on the attack. Shot from the circle, that one right on. Klein-Shea kicks that one aside. Another attempt as LeMay gets it to the point. That one hits traffic in front as Bonfi was looking for the deflection. Redding back to get it for Osseo. Redding plays it to center. Totino-Grace will dump it right back in. Brash banks it off the near ball. Eagles turn it over a little bit as they 2 players ran into each other. Osseo coming down now, a check. That one's going to be maybe a check from behind or an elbow the way that they... Oh, and a goal for Osseo! So while the delayed penalty was ensuing, Jackson Dwyer found the puck right on his forehand in the slot and let one go. And now another goaltender, Alex Holscher, not too happy with his performance on that shot attempt.
Looked like Grace just kind of hesitated for a minute. The Orioles just kept going at it. Got it out in front, just hacking away. First there's that bad check there, then kind of throws it. It gets thrown again in front and just finds it. I think he found the 5-hole in that, Joe.
And Ben Palmer, the defenseman, number 10 for Totino-Grace, just didn't find the puck. He was right there. Could have put a body or a stick on the shooter.
That's a big goal for the Orioles, boy. I'll tell you, they needed that one. They were kind of in a shock situation with 2 goals in about, what, 2 minutes?
Something Osseo definitely needed. Now here comes Totino-Grace back on the attack. Gavin LeMay tries to center it out front, has that pass intercepted. Down in the corner it goes. Lavin plays it back behind his goal. Up the wall to Westman. Westman gets it ahead for Brash. Brash goes down but got it out. Puck gets dumped back in. Marcesini gets it. Marcesini being checked there by Bonfi on the forecheck. Bonfi gains control. Nice backhand pass to the point. That one's on goal. Klein-Shea kicks it aside as Alex Sharp was waiting right on the doorstep for a juicy rebound. Now here comes Meyer. Meyer across the red line throws it on goal. Puck gets kicked aside to the wall. Now it's out to center. Race for the puck there. Nice recovery by Hoffman to just one-hand it back to his defensive partner. Hoffman to retreat and get this one for the Orioles. 3 minutes to go in this opening period. And a bad turnover right there, but Sharp didn't do much with it. Kind of carelessly just threw a backhander in the direction of the goal rather than trying to make something happen.
I think he was kind of surprised by the puck was right back there on his stick all of a sudden. Eagles
will send this one the length of the ice, and we'll have icing and a face-off coming back down inside the Totino-Grace zone. Boy, kind of a slow start to the game, and now we've had a number of goals here just in the last few minutes as we take a look at the coaching staff for the Osseo Orioles.
Get a good look at Mark Fino, an Osseo alumni, Bemidji State Beaver, and played some pro hockey in the AHL and East Coast League, coming back to coach his high school team, along with Kevin Woolley. Kind of a co-coach situation there. He's also an Osseo alumni.
Been together for 11 years now. It's hard to believe times fly.
Yeah. Well, the difference here, Joe, so far has been Totino-Grace's forwards. Just tremendous pressure down low on the Osseo D. Not giving him any room to breathe, taking space away from him. And You know, he's kind of panicking for Osseo.
Garrity plays the puck up through center. Now the puck gets dumped in. Good effort there by Beisner to get it deep into the Totino-Grace zone. Basic got it off the glass and out for the Eagles, and the Orioles will just dump it right back in. Unable to stop it behind the goal was Holscher, so it works its way all the way down to the far corner. Orioles gave up the zone pretty easily there. Totino-Grace walks it out, and dumping it into the corner there is Johnson. As Johnson wins the race in the forecheck as well. Now Johnson gets pinned up against the boards. Johnson gets it back now in the corner, trying to get away from the check of McKenzie. Orioles got possession though. Didn't get it out. Another turnover there. Here comes a shot from a bad angle. Good deflection there. Got to get that one out of play. On a nice defensive effort from Cade Westman, a freshman for the Orioles.
Oh, just a good 200-foot team I'm seeing at Totino-Grace here now. They're very tenacious. They're working it out of the zone well, and just a tremendous forecheck going. First-year coach Brian Murphy, really excited about his team. He, like I said, he's very, very young. They lost 17 seniors off that team last year, Joe.
And Coach Lohr running the Totino-Grace program for well over 20 years. I mean, he's been there for a long time.
34
years. It was, okay. I didn't want to take a stab at it and say 30 and accuse him. He looks so darn young, though, too. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's not aging.
Every year we do a Totino-Grace game, and yeah, 30 years, he looks like he's about 40. Osseo with possession of the puck. A minute to go now in period number 1. As Totino-Grace will dump it off the glass and out of the zone. McKenzie playing catch with his partner, Brash. Brash sends a nice pass up through the middle to Meyer. Meyer lost it. Now getting it back is Ty Hill. Ty Hill dumps it in. Goes on the forecheck, gets some help from Musial, who's down there. And the Eagles were able to get control, put it up the wall. Osseo keeps it into the zone for a moment. Held into the line by McKenzie. McKenzie tosses it back in. And the Eagles play the puck out of the zone. And Osseo will dump it right back in. And Osseo not able to make much happen in these final couple minutes, but they are all of a sudden kind of controlling the zone at least, and forcing Totino-Grace to repeatedly try to break the puck out of the zone. Here come the Eagles to center now with only 3 seconds to go. Let's see if they get a shot on. Johnson tried to fire it, but he got blocked, as Dylan McKenzie did a nice job of taking away his space and blocking that shot as time was about to expire in the first period. So much like we thought, pretty evenly played first period. We're going to take a break here from Brooklyn Park. We'll be back with some first period stats and highlights, as well as story on a local boxer that needs no introduction in the Osseo community. You're watching high school hockey here on CCX.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Park Activity Center. 2-1 Totino-Grace leads after 1 period of play. And we want to share you a nice story here that CCX recently did on a boxing champion, local Caleb Truax.
Oh On Sunday at Lupulin Brewing in Big Lake, the new super middleweight champion of the world celebrated with family and friends. 2 Saturdays ago in London, Caleb Truax pulled off arguably the biggest upset of the year in professional boxing when he beat James DeGale for the IBF World Super Middleweight title.
Oh man, it's not going to get old, that's for sure. Everybody that's saying it to me, I always tell them, say it one more time. So it's a great feeling, and a lot of hard work went into these last 14 years basically, and now it's like the culmination of everything.
Going into the fight, Truax knew he couldn't outbox DeGale. The Brit was too slick, so Truax and his team focused on being aggressive and pressuring DeGale. That game plan worked perfectly.
As soon as the second round ended, I was clapping my hands and saying, that's what we need to do all night long. I came up to him, and a lot of times I'll give him a lot of technical instructions in the corner. This fight I didn't really have to. I just had to keep him on the game plan.
Here comes Truax again. Good uppercut on the door. Big shot.
Second or third round, I was feeling real good about how I was going, and then the 5th round, obviously, is when I hurt him and banged him up real good. And after that, it was, you know, he slowed down, and my confidence went through the roof, and I just kept on rolling after that.
When Truax's name was announced as the new champion, you could see the emotion on his face.
And you are the super middleweight champion of the world, Totino-Grace.
And later in his dressing room, that emotion poured out.
I make fun of fighters sometimes when they start crying in the ring, but man, I couldn't help it. I was just about to start crying, and then I got into the back, and with all my team, you know, my coach Tom Halstead and Ron Like and Tony Gregelko and Jim Marine, were all in the back, just us in the dressing room, and I couldn't help but cry.
What made the victory even more special is the people around Truax. He's had the same trainers and promoters for his entire career, and that's rare in professional boxing.
It's important to me just because that's the kind of guy I am, pretty loyal, and I know that those guys have my best interests at heart, and I trust them. You know, like it's a game where you can get hurt seriously, or you know, whatever can happen, and those guys are looking out for my best interest, and I have no doubt in my mind, you know, they're not just trying to make a buck or throw me in there with the fight I'm not ready. Just awesome to be able to share that with them.
We all kind of grew up together and evolved from just starting out to being a world contender, to being a world challenger, to now being a world champion. I mean, it's a sensational journey.
Successful fighters have to be dedicated, resilient, tough, smart. Caleb Truax is all those things. In his career, Truax has scored easy victories and suffered hard losses. Through it all, he stayed focused, and now the kid from Osseo is a world champion. As always, he'll fight on, for himself, for his team, for his family. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
Great story there on Osseo's own Caleb Truax, and what a career he's put together, and exciting things still to come in his future. We'll be taking a look at those first period stats and highlights when we come back here on CCX.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Boom. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Boom. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Boom.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Park Activity Center, home of the Totino-Grace Eagles. And the home team Eagles leads right now over the Osseo Orioles 2-1 after one period. Highlights from the first period. It was a slow start to this one with both teams kind of just chipping away a little bit. A couple of chances here. There's one of Osseo's early chances in the scoring column, but denied by Alex Holscher, the senior goaltender for Totino-Grace. There you see Totino-Grace on the attack at the doorstep there, unable to connect on that one. Nick Stitcha couldn't believe it that he wasn't able to score there. Then a weird goal here coming from half the distance of the ice. Shot on goal there, not one you expect to go in, as Ben Palmer put his first one of the year in for Totino-Grace. Totino-Grace will ride that momentum, and here's a nice little 2-on-1 created out of the hustle down the left wall by Stephen Golden, and then Golden made a great pass across, and buried on the backside was Gavin Jeppesen. He too scoring his first goal of the season, and the Eagles were really humming there for a couple of shifts. It was 2-1. Now a delayed penalty coming here on Totino-Grace, and Osseo found the 5-hole of Alex Holscher as Osseo's Jackson Dwyer got on the board for the Orioles. That made it 2-1. It was a big important goal for Osseo because momentum was really in favor of the Eagles at that time. Shots on goal, 9-4 in favor of Totino-Grace, 4-1. Scoring chances as well. Osseo with the only penalty of that first period, and Totino-Grace unable to capitalize on that power play opportunity. That's your first period stats and highlights. The Zambonis now exiting the ice. We got our ices and our getting our popcorn. We'll be right back for second period action here on CCX. Back in Brooklyn Park, ready to start the second period. You see the Orioles hitting the ice. And the Eagles taking their spots on the bench. 2-1, Totino-Grace leads after one period. Dan, it's one of those games I thought it kind of got to a slow, kind of sloppy start. Osseo did turn the puck over quite a bit there. Totino-Grace not really making them pay for some of those turnovers, except for really dominating zone possession. However, that goal for Osseo really kind of turned the momentum a little bit. Not that they started getting a lot of scoring chances out of it, but then they started at least bottling up Totino-Grace inside their zone a little bit in that end of that first period. Yeah, you're right. They shifted the side, the ends of the ice for a change. They were getting bottled up quite a bit in their own zone, and once they got that goal, things opened up a little bit. But I'm looking for some big changes there. Osseo's defense got to settle down. They got to learn to break that forecheck, and the forwards for Totino are in so deep that maybe a loft pass out in the neutral zone could loosen up a little bit. But Grace's forecheck so far has been really good so far in this game, and if they start taking advantage of some of these opportunities, they could start putting some pucks in the net real quick. In the second period, Totino-Grace, the home team, going right to left now as they win the face-off and retreat inside their own zone here, as Wasek didn't like what he saw off the bat and came down, go up the left side, got the puck out to center ice now. Ty Hill gained possession for Osseo. Now the Eagles dump it in. Brash back to get it for the Orioles. Brash reverses behind his own net. Now leaves it there for McKenzie. McKenzie's able to play it up to the point, but held in there by Golden. Now racing after it is LeMay. LeMay to the point. Shot right on goal. Second chance now for Golden. And he buries it. Stephen Golden did a great job of reading that rebound, coming down from the left point and put it home to put Totino-Grace back in command with a 2-goal lead. Well, we're sitting here up in this corner. We had a perfect angle on that goal shot. First shot coming from the right point. Gets in on net. Rebound comes out to the left side here to the lefty. He sneaks in about another 15 feet and just rockets it into the net. First shot. Now watch the rebound. And then goes under, just under his hands there. It might have been touched by a stick there. Nope, straight in. Nice goal by the Eagles. Take a 3-1 lead here. Stephen Golden, the freshman forward, Totino-Grace's first goal of the season. What a great read that was to come down and grab that rebound. Guys, I was talking to Coach Murphy. The one thing he said about being young, too, is he says, we're kind of light-weighted and stuff, but boy, I'll tell you, I'm watching this team, and they're the ones that are throwing the bodies around, Osseo gets the puck out to center. A little bit of high sticking there. Got away with it, however, on Totino-Grace, as the Eagles now will get called for the icing, though, as they were not across the red line before that puck got dumped all the way in, and face-off will come inside the Eagles zone to the right of the goaltender, Alex Holscher. You're seeing Totino-Grace, the Eagles defense, really stepping up. They're really defending that blue line and just denying any access whatsoever to the Orioles. Totino-Grace tried to hold the puck in at the line there. Daniel Tynes not able to do so. Now the puck gets thrown down into the corner. Ben Palmer skates away from a forechecker. Throws the pass kind of up the backside of his winger. And now Eagles do gain control. It's Delzer. Delzer down the left side. Another freshman for the Eagles. Goes behind the net. Throws it up the corner for LeMay. LeMay to the point. Now it's Tynes. Mishandles it there at the blue line, and it will be offsides on TG. Kind of got away from him a little bit here and slipped across the line, and he reflexively just brought it back across the line for a quick icing call. Coach Murphy's got to be pleased with what he's seen so far in this game. He's been very effective on the forecheck, good all-around game. Their defense has played very, very well, and they've jumped on some opportunities that have been there, Joe. Wait for the puck on the far corner there. LeMay after it. Puck is thrown to the point. Blocked out in front. In control now by Musial. A shot there from Lee from a tough angle, but that one's gloved and held on to by Kleinische. Totino-Grace regaining that buzz it had at one point in the first period. And then Lee wins the face-off. Now the Orioles do gain control, play the puck out to center. And the puck's down inside the TG zone. Too far though, and it'll be called icing. Chasing after it was Musial. Thought he was going to have a chance at it. But instead the face-off comes all the way back down inside the Osseo zone. 3-1 lead for TG right now. And so far, first couple of minutes, first shifts of this second period, puck largely been in the Osseo zone. Osseo yet to get a shot in the second period. Off the face-off win, shot from LeMay, misses wide. Holding in there is Osseo as he plays down to the corner. And out come the Orioles. Nice looking body check helps turn the puck over to Golden. Here comes Golden, 3-on-1 to Lee. Lee walks in and puts it right on goal, but Kleinashe hangs on. Good looking chance for the Eagles there in transition with a 3-on-1.
Good opportunity there. Kleinashe made a nice job. He got that glove on it real quick, but nice hit right there, and out they come. Quick transition coming out of the zone. Breaks the left wing in real quick here. Gets a shot out, but Kleinashe is right there. Pick it up. He's made a nice recovery after that first goal they got in on Joe.
Thought that Kleinashe glove, that one be actually deflecting up and out of play. Hard from this angle. Looked like they might have a chance to send that one over too on that one more pass, and they might have been looking at a pretty empty net.
Yeah.
Osseo with a long pass through the neutral zone. That one hopped the stick of Cade Westman. If Westman could have handled that one, he might have had a good looking rush. Westman now in the corner trying to pin it up against the boards. Puck gets played to the point, chipped back down low now. And that's Dwyer who throws it into the corner. Lavin behind the goal, pins it up against the board, trying to get some help from Westman. Westman races to it in the corner, plays it back down low to Lavin. Lavin tries to backhand it, but had that pass denied. And the Eagles will play the puck to the far side of the boards. Nice pinch there, holding in by Aker. Aker lost his position, and eventually Meacham was able to chip it out for Totino-Grace. Osseo dumps it right back in. The Eagles aren't able to get that line change they need. Up the wall, Stitcha plays it off the glass and out. At least one of the Eagles forwards are able to get to the bench, and now one of the defensemen as well for a much needed line change. Now here comes Osseo with it. It's Westman racing up through center. Fischbach actually behind the goal, tries to center it, got checked off the puck. And to the wall it goes for Sharp. Sharp chips it out into the Osseo zone, tried to race after it, but was slowed down by some body contact. Now it's Totino-Grace offsides here. Delayed offsides, but Osseo's able to get it out. This will be icing on Osseo. And the faceoff will come all the way back down.
Well, Grace has been all over him. It's almost like a man-to-man, but they're putting two men down deep with the third guy in high. As the forecheck goes, that third guy high has been able to pick off those passes as Osseo's trying to break out. And even reversing it for the Orioles hasn't been real effective either. They've been so quick getting across. Like right there.
Offsides again here by Totino-Grace. Just one of the better lines for the Eagles on the ice right here.
Yeah, their top two scorers, LeMay and Bonfi are on it.
Lee. Tynisk gets the puck, plays it D to his partner, Palmer. Palmer, second goal of the season. That long shot from the red line hit tank. Now a shot right on from LeMay. Kleinashe kicks into the corner. Centering attempt by Bonfi was covered up by Kleinashe too. Kleinashe didn't really catch eyesight of that pass attempt. It actually just caught a piece of his equipment that made him look down and cover it up quickly. Bonfi will return to the face-off circle here on the offensive zone. He plays it forward into the corner. LeMay, quick centering feed there and a good looking attempt from Lee, but it was deflected up and out of play on the last minute defensive effort from Osseo.
Another good opportunity there. This line's been playing very well, very consistent, and doing a good job as far as putting pressure on all season. You can tell by their numbers, they've done almost a lot of the scoring for Totino-Grace. It drops off real quick on the other lines.
Here come the Orioles out into the offensive zone. Shot there wide from Ty Hill into the corner. Orioles win the race after it. Picking it up on the near side is Musial. Hill gets knocked down by Bonfi. Now after it goes Meyer. Meyer to the point. Shot hits some traffic in front in the corner. Hill races after it. He gets pinned up against the boards by Tynes. Hill and Tynes still doing battle right there. And Osseo comes away with it, and we have a hooking penalty, I think, behind the play there. Yeah. Not really behind the play. It was right there in the middle. But it was a nice, almost a necessary hook there by Gavin LeMay. He got beat out of the corner, and Osseo was about to have a scoring chance, and LeMay took it away with the hook. So for the first time tonight, Osseo will go on the power play. Earlier in the game, Totino-Grace had delayed penalty, and that's when Osseo scored its only goal. So this is, in fact, the first penalty on the Eagles. We'll see this Osseo power play. It hasn't been a very strong power play by any means this season.
They're only running at about 6%. They've actually scored 2 goals out of 36 power plays, so it would really help their juice if they could pick one up here.
Totino-Grace's penalty kill has not been strong this year, 71.1%. Well, something's got to give. Struggling power play against a struggling penalty kill. Puck plays down to the corner. Osseo goes back to get it now, and here come the Orioles trying to get this breakup going 30 seconds into their power play. Right down the middle. Why not? Let it rip, says Cade Westman. Had it blocked, though. And Totino-Grace plays it quickly out of his zone. After it goes Aker. Good race for the puck. Won by the Eagles. Nice job creating a shorthanded chance by Keela Meechin.
Yeah, really nice effort by Nietzsche from there. He got in there and in on the forward. Then he got on the inside and then on the outside. See the move here. Look how he brings it to the inside, and then he's got inside position. Creates enough disruption and pushes the D off, and there you go. Creates a shot for himself.
Adam Johnson will take the face-off for Totino-Grace shorthanded. However, it's won by Musial and the Orioles. A minute to go here in this power play. Osseo not able to get any scoring chances out of it quite yet. Again, why take a power play and change it into a 1-on-2? Not a very heady play there by Osseo as Ty Hill tries to split the defense on a 1-on-2 on the power play.
And he entered the zone fairly clean. He just should have peeled off to the side or got it off to the side. They could set up and get a better look. Splitting the D is not the answer on the power play.
Right now, Osseo needs to get 2 men on the puck over there as well. Now they finally do. And the puck gets knocked out of play.
I'm just looking at the positioning of the Eagles. They play the angles well. They know where the puck's going. They're always spot on right there, not giving any of the Orioles any space to move in any part of them, be it a wing or on their D.
Off the face-off, the Eagles will ring the boards, and it travels out of the zone. Not able to hold the zone there was Dylan McKenzie. So McKenzie will go back into his zone. Not a lot of urgency from the Orioles in this power play as well. They've had 2 rushes where a forward tried to take it all his own. And then they've had not a lot of urgency here at the neutral zone and in their own zone. So not a very good first power play attempt of the night for Osseo. Backhand flip into the zone there with no forecheck. They do hold the zone here though. Walking it in there is Brash, but he turns it over. And here comes Bonfi. Bonfi down the left side. And Bonfi fires it right into the goaltender there, Holscher. Bonfi looked like he tried to pick his corner. He had top block aside if he could have got it. Now another attempt out in front. Play it back to the point. Stitcher plays it back down deep. Held in by the Eagles behind the net. Lee tips it over to LeMay. LeMay, oh, they're going to call LeMay for a penalty on that. Must have got his arms up a little bit.
Yeah, that elbow came up. It's going right back into the box. bad shot into the pads, which you should never do at the point on the power play. Just giving Bonzi, one of the best scorers on their team, an opportunity there. And then we'll see the elbow come up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of a jaw cracker. So Mr. LeMay's going back in the box.
LeMay has seen Koivu do that, but Koivu uses his shoulder.
Yes.
You got to use your shoulder to jack the guy when he comes your way, not the elbow. So Osseo will get a second crack at the power play here. Throw that one towards the net. Let's play the side by Holscher. Now a centering feed onto the front. Racing after it. Goes Dwyer. And gaining control is Tynus. He plays to the point, held in nicely. Good feet work there at the point by Fleischbach. We do have a stoppage.
Must have hit a hand on the bench. Looks like it'll be just outside.
7:55 to go in the second period. Totino-Grace entered this period up 2-1. Got the only goal here in the second so far. Along with Dan Ficken, I'm Joe Moline. Glad you joined us here tonight for some high school hockey action. Northwest Suburban Conference. West side. A lot of good winter sports action coming your way as we flip the calendars to 2018. Turnover there, and Adam Johnson able to capitalize. Johnson's had a couple of shorthanded chances here just in the last couple of minutes. Now he gives it off to Jarish. Jarish circles the wagon, goes to the point for Palmer. Palmer tries to play into the corner, and now Fleischbach gains control for Osseo. Plays it to the board for Aker. Osseo having all kinds of problems here on the power play in the second period.
A lot of standing around, nobody moving, nobody getting open. So they have no place to pass it to, and every time they do, the guy's standing flat-footed, and the Eagles get right on him.
Here comes a flip into the zone. Racing after it will go Tynus. He banked off the boards, but it's held in. Muzio plays it to the point. There's a shot from the point right on, and Holscher sees it cleanly and gloves it. Face-off upcoming now inside the TG zone. 28 seconds to go in this power play.
Well, it was a shot on goal, but, you know, from outside the point, nobody in front, and the goalie seeing it all the way, that has about slim to none chance of going in. Got to start making better decisions here, the Orioles. They're getting it established, though, Joe. They're starting to get it in the zone. They're just not making smart decisions.
There's a nice play right there. Oh, and no finish! A beautiful move there, walking the center by Ty Hill, and then dished it. And they just couldn't quite finish. What a feed by Hill. Nate Musil, watch this right here. This is just a thing of art. Nobody ties up anybody on Totino-Grace in this.
Oh, Mitchell Meyer was right there, had it on his stick, and he just couldn't get it in.
It's interesting to see that nobody on Totino-Grace did their job on that faceoff.
Yeah.
Caught him sleeping. Center gets walked with no contact made. Left winger wide open, no contact, no tie-up. So Osseo's best chance of the period happens off a face-off. And now the penalty will come to an end here. There's a chance from the point. That one deflects wide. Into the corner it goes. Meyer after it. Meyer lost it. Bonfi makes a cross-ice pass to Lee. Lee chips it forward into the Osseo zone. Hill back to get it. Osseo will flip it up to the blue line and out. And TG will dump it back in, tag up, and go back on the forecheck. Unforced turnover there by the Orioles. Leads to a chance for Lee. Chips a little backhander on goal. And on the rebound, they'll put it home. And there was the turnover that actually did cost them. They've kind of been sloppy turning the puck over. And TG has not really made them pay. This time they do.
Bonfi there. Got a couple opportunities, and there you go. He finally put it away. Get a good look at it here.
Watch the little chip shot by Lee in the backhand. He knows he can't get a great shot on here, but he knows there's a rebounder sitting on the doorstep. I mean, just throw a high puck up off the blocker of the goalie, and Bonfi crashes in that fortuitous bounce right here, though, too. That puck just ended up right on his stick, right at the dish.
Yeah, Kleinashe thought he had it stuck to his chest there, and it slipped out before he could really seal it in, and it bounced right down in the crease, just a tap for Bonfi.
Eagles are buzzing now. Shot on goal there from Delzer. Kleinenstein makes the save. Here comes Osseo the other way. 2-on-3. Fan shot attempt. And the puck gets chipped out of center. Here comes Delzer racing after it. Interference most likely coming up. Delzer still wins the race, then tries to center it across. And they're not able to connect. Puck goes back into the corner. TG delay penalty coming. Kleinenstein makes the save. Osseo finally gets the touch in the possession. And penalty. It's going to be a roughing coming up here on the Orioles.
Your Eagles are on the power play.
See if we can locate this roughing penalty. I saw
right
kind
there.
of
There it was, right there.
Double team action. And then this right here is interference action. Delzer still wins the race. So let's see that Totino-Grace power play now. Bonfeet to the point. Coming down the slot there was Lasik, and they put it on his backhand. Puck ends up that. Lasik gets in the slot, couldn't pull the trigger, and it works its way back over to the captain. Now he walks to the middle, fires a shot right on goal. Kleinenstein makes the save, and Lee was chomping at the bit on the doorstep. Couldn't quite get there before the goaltender pounced.
Yeah, Kleinenstein let that get away a little bit more. It might have been in the net. Jumped on it fast. Saw the puck all the way. Just couldn't quite get a quick grip on it to prevent any rebound.
Bonfeet wins the draw for the Eagles. Now it's back to the point for Stitcha. He mishandles it. He races back after it. Nice tie up there on the race by Westman. Westman giving him all kinds of problems. Vlasic back behind his goal. And he'll come up through center, plays it to Lee. Lee across the line, into the zone, down hard, streaking the left side. Had Bonfeet in the slot area, but instead was looking back door for LeMay. And now able to send it all the way down was Westman as he gained control.
Ooh.
Vlasic goes behind his goal. 40 seconds to go in the power play for the Eagles. Into the zone, Vlasic goes down the right side, looking. Drove it all the way to the goal. And we have a stoppage of play. I don't know if we're getting a man in the crease call, net off. I think we're going to call net off, and they're going to say it's because of the way Vlasic drove the net, and the faceoff will come outside.
See a nice move in here. Tried to get it across.
Like to assert himself a little bit there. Good looking rush, physical player. Puck gets played at the neutral zone. Johnson gains control for the Eagles. And chipping into the zone is Jerish. They'll go on the forecheck. Osseo back to retrieve it. Bouncing puck in the slot area. Now it's backhanded out to center. Regained by Golden, and now we have a penalty coming. And it's going to be Totino-Grace. That penalty on Osseo is coming to an end. 4 seconds to go. And the man advantage for Totino-Grace. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 4 seconds. We'll see that Osseo power play once again. Let's take a look at the penalty here, a little interference. Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
Didn't see the puck really close by there, and just kind of went after him. Not really what I would call a smart penalty by me. And well, we'll see if the Orioles can get something straightened out in this power play. They had a nice move there, boy. They're winning them faceoffs and going to the net, Joe.
Yeah, they found something there. The centers for TG are not tying up very well. It's, that time it was Mitchell Meyer taking advantage.
You see the other coach, Kevin Lilly, there on your right.
Meyer against LeMay here. Let's see if LeMay actually ties him up, gets a piece of him. This time, Meyer goes back to the point. Back down into the slot it goes. Osseo trying to set up shop, but Totino-Grace won't let them. They're being very aggressive. They're not worried about the backside as well. The shot there from the outside of the circle, right on goal. Nice save by Holscher. And I think right now TG is not respecting Osseo's power play, so therefore they're really pressuring that puck a lot. They don't believe that Osseo can make 3 good passes and get the puck to the backside.
And if I was coaching, I'd tell them exactly that, because they haven't been able to. They've just kind of hesitated. They don't get in open, get a good passing angle, and Totino-Grace's sticks get in the way.
Osseo gains control now. 1:10 to go with this power play. 0 for 2 so far here on the night and in this period. Osseo had to wait for a moment there to get back on sides, and that allowed Totino-Grace to play the puck down into the Osseo zone. As we have a puck out of play, that one hit the top of the rafters.
Yeah, it's kind of been consistent throughout the game. Totino-Grace is just a little bit quicker, a little step ahead of the game here. And they're really getting the pucks quickly, and really just one-on-one, they're playing better right now than Osseo is.
Off the turnover, Osseo getting some pressure again from Alex Sharp. Creating some short-handed chances for the Eagles. Now Osseo gets possession of the puck here, and then not a very good-looking pass there. It's easy to intercept that one with Stitch as he saw that one coming a mile away. Osseo trying to get things going here. That pass a little bit too far. Icing gets waved off, race for the puck. Puck is put up the near wall. Held in at the point there by Akers. He plays the puck deep into the zone. Now it's retrieved by Lavin. He tries to find Aker, but a slow pass there was able to get intercepted by Totino-Grace. And here come the Eagles as they are now at full strength and under a minute to go. Off sides of the line though, as the Eagles were about to go on the attack. Stoppage of play. 47 seconds to go in this second period. Eagles leading 4-1.
Good penalty kill. They've been aggressive. They've really worked hard. The Eagles done a very good job. Really not letting Osseo get set up too well. And once they do get set up, they just disrupt the whole play. They, like you said, Joe, not letting him make 3 passes.
Golden gets the return pass from his partner and plays the puck up the wall to center. Now it's Vlasic back to get it. Gets away from the forecheck of Osseo. Makes a nice lead man pass up the right side. That has LeMay down the right side. LeMay shot from a sharp angle. Save made. On the rebound, Lee was able to get it. Played it into the corner for his line mate. And now again, we're going to have, I think, a penalty. Or no, we have a helmet come off. So we're going to have a stoppage of play. With the helmet of Jake Bonfeet coming off. 11 seconds to go here. Faceoff should come to the outside. That's a good thing for Osseo. And the period comes to an end there with Osseo struggling a little bit. And they're going to go to the locker room, I think, Dan, kind of frustrated by 3 empty attempts at the power play when they're trailing by 3 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. They're non-functional right now there when you get an opportunity to do it. They've given up 2 goals and did not answer in that period. So discouraging for them. They're going to have to pick it up. They need to get a break. They need to come out right away in the first 2 minutes of the third period and really try to punch one in to rejuvenate themselves. The Eagles playing very well, very steady game. They dominated that second period, did a very good job.
We'll take a quick break and we will have a story in this intermission on Osseo Wrestling. You're watching high school hockey here on CCX.
heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Park Activity Center. Totino-Grace added to its lead in the second period by 2 more goals, leading 4-1 now. And now we have a story with John Jacobson, who has some update on the Osseo wrestling team.
Adam Lanner says the years he spent at Osseo have gone by pretty quickly. The 3-sport athlete is in his 6th and final year of wrestling at the school. The senior has left an impression on his teammates and coaches.
Adam's a rock-solid individual that's very, very reliable. You never miss a beat with him. No matter what, he's there every single day. He's always early, and he's always a guy that you can look for veteran leadership, guidance, assistance, anything you ever ask of him, he'll do with a smile.
I've been around here for a long time, and just as the seasons go on, it's like it's not going very fast, and now I'm a senior and it just feels like I was in 7th grade last year. So it's been a cool experience to kind of see all my older friends and brother grow up through the high school, and now I'm the senior and I'm the older one. So
Adam is wrestling at 170 pounds this year and has a shot at reaching the state tournament for the first time, albeit in a tough section. Head coach David Ahmed likes the way he wrestles.
He wrestles his style of match, and he's not going to let an opponent dictate his style. As long as he's willing to stay within his realms to set up the moves that he wants, that's where you're going to see him the most successful. And really, that's with any wrestler. And he's one that's not willing to just step on the mat with someone else and let them dictate the style of the match.
Number 7 Landers was a 2-year starter at linebacker for the Orioles in football. And although the team didn't win as many games as he would have liked in that time, he still had a blast.
Out there, our defense, I feel like, played as well as we could. We were having fun, playing fast. That's what our coach wanted us to do. And as long as we were doing our job, that's the best we could do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Linebacker kind of controls the defense out there. It's kind of the quarterback of the defense, so I'm looking over the sidelines and always asking, or coaches signaling in the plays, and I'm signaling it to the rest of the corners and safeties and D-line. So it's kind of cool just kind of have oversee the defense and be in charge.
In the spring and summer, Adam plays baseball for the Osseo High School and American Legion teams. The outfielder enjoys the sport and playing with his friends.
Baseball is kind of my relaxing 3rd sport of the year because football is kind of physical and you get beat up, and wrestling is kind of the same thing, cut weight. And baseball is kind of my spring sport, kind of bring it into the summer and relaxing, just having fun out there with my friends and playing.
Adam credits his older brother Andrew for his help along the way. 4 years older than Adam and also a multi-sport athlete, the 2 Landers boys wrestled for the Orioles together for 2 seasons. A great experience for Adam.
I feel like just growing up, I've always wanted to be like him, and that's always what pushed me to get better, because I was always playing with kids 4 years older than me, and that's just what pushed me to strive to get better. So.
But both wrestling and baseball, and almost football, took a hit earlier this year when Adam came down with a strain of mononucleosis. It went undiagnosed for several weeks during last wrestling season. It lingered into the spring and early summer.
I still remember throughout our summer football practices, he was still kind of struggling with those all the way until the regular season of football started in August. And he was really just trying to get a lot of rest, And, you know, him being as dedicated as he is to competing, he was never really willing to just sit out.
I didn't get cleared until 2 weeks before two-a-days, so it kind of lingered through baseball and summer baseball. But I mean, 3-sport athlete, I don't get much time to rest. I'm always doing one sport or the other sport, and on the weekends I'm doing something. So in mono, you kind of just need to sit there and rest, and I'm not that person to sit there. So it kind of, I wanted to always be doing something, even though they told me just to sit there and sleep, but I couldn't really do that. So
now a healthy Adam Landers is looking forward to the rest of his senior year, helping to lead a young Orioles wrestling team.
And we're back. Totino-Grace leading Osseo 4-1 after 2 periods. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with second period stats and highlights. You're watching high school hockey here on CCX.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
We are back at the Brooklyn Park Activity Center along with Dan Fick, and I'm Joe Moline. You're watching CCX Sports on TV and all across the web. Live high school sports all school year long. And the winter's heating up with some very good hockey teams and some good basketball teams in the area as well as some of those other sports as well. I know there's more than just hockey and basketball, but those are Dan's favorites. Here's your highlights from the second period. It was all Totino-Grace. I mean, there's no nicer way to put it for you Osseo fans. And look at the great read by Golden. The freshman defenseman sees that big, juicy rebound creeping through the slot area, and he pounces on that opportunity and buries it. Stephen Golden, first goal for the freshman. Block shot, here comes a chance for Totino-Grace. This is Bonfy down the left side. Takes his time, and then shoves it right into him. What happened there? Might have been thinking 5-hole.
It's big enough. I'm sure he was aiming for it.
That was a great chance there for Osseo. That would have been a big one. Get them back into the game. They were trailing 3-1 at that moment, and they couldn't quite capitalize. Mitchell Meyer couldn't score that one. Now it's Brandon Lee, backhander, and again, a fortuitous bounce on that rebound right there. Ended up right on the white tape of Jack Bonfy's stick, and Bonfy put it home, giving them the 4-1 lead. Like we said, it was all Totino-Grace in that second period. Their shot discrepancy increased. They're now shooting them 23-13, scoring chances, a 3-1 margin of 9-3, and there you see your penalties. One thing Osseo, I mean, there's many things they got to concentrate on, but the 3 penalties for the Eagles did not yield in an ice advantage or opportunity advantage for Osseo. They did not get any scoring chances out of those power play chances. Something to work on here in the third period. There you have it for the second period stats and the highlights. A great third period action awaits us here on CCX.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Well, there you have it. It's been that kind of night for Totino-Grace so far. Still have to finish it off and complete it. Another 17 minutes to play, but Totino-Grace not playing like a team that only has 2 wins this year.
I think it's really a testament to the schedule that they played again against who they played. You know, Maple Grove, East Grand Forks, all of them. That was really actually a hard schedule. And they're showing it tonight. They got firepower. They've been only averaging, 2.3 goals a game, and all of a sudden they got 4. And they could have easily had a couple more, a shadow of a doubt. So they're playing above their average. And Osseo is just kind of running into a buzzsaw right now. And they, Coach Fino and Willie Turner, they're just a little unsettled yet. They're not quite sure. The whole team, they're kind of waiting to get up to War Road and see what they come out with. That's an away weekend, and they can figure some things out.
Totino-Grace has Laverne coming to town tomorrow night for kind of a back-to-back situation, 2 back-to-back nights, and then they're actually off till January 6th. They jump back into league play. They don't have the traditional holiday tournament this year that most teams do. End of the year, they'll be tested really nicely, though. They go Blaine, Andover, Centennial, and Breck to finish out their year.
Wow.
Couple chances there. That one rings off the crossbar. Great-looking chance from Lee. And then the shot from the point was held down by goaltender Kleinashay saved by the bell there on that one. That one was a nice looking shot from Lee. Let's take a look. Lee beat him on the short side, but the post was there to save the day.
To a goalie, that can be the most valuable piece of goalie equipment there is, those posts.
Adam Johnson in the corner got checked off the puck. Osseo plays the puck out to center. Here they come with some speed, but a nice looking defensive effort there, denying that. Ben Palmer came over and broke up that rush. Puck gets played out to center. Osseo regrouping as Brash plays it up through center ice. Now Totino-Grace will dump it in. Brash back to get it. Brash has McKenzie with them. Plays to McKenzie in the corner. McKenzie trying to get away from the forecheck of Meehan, and gets the puck out of the zone as he missed on the pass attempt. So Totino-Grace will dump it right back in. McKenzie gets bodied up there and taken off the puck as Delzer leaves it in the corner. Well, Delzer tried to get it free, brings it out to the net. Here he comes on his backhand, didn't get much on it, but did draw the penalty.
Wow.
Kleinashay made the save. Delzer was getting hooked the whole way in. showing some great strength for only being a freshman. Also played on the varsity football team as a freshman. Came to Totino-Grace, plays varsity hockey and varsity football as a freshman. Pretty impressive.
Very good athlete. Nice move here as he starts moving toward the net. And, you know, you kind of get the feeling Grace is looking for that dagger right now. Going to put the final nail in the coffin here. And now they get the opportunity for that power play.
And nobody has had a successful power play here yet tonight. Hasn't been too sharp on either side.
Yeah, true.
Osseo, great job on the kill there by Micah Beisner to bring it all the way down into the zone, dump it in the corner. And TG will try to come up as a unit here. Lee makes a move, gets around the defender. Why do the defenders sell out like that? Lee hits the side of the net. Puck goes up to the point now. And walking all the way in and firing is Vlasic. Financier made the save. Nobody was there to get the rebound or deflect for TG. Bonfi all by himself, able to kind of keep possession there as it goes all the way back to the point for Vlasic. Vlasic puts a shot on goal. Rebound chance for Bonfi. Could never get the handle on it. Osseo, meanwhile, wanted a penalty for interference. The reason why Vlasic was so open is there was kind of a pick play. Now behind the play, Lee's going to get called for a penalty as he elbowed, or he got his elbow up high rather, on an Osseo player, and will negate that power play of the Eagles. And I expect we're going to see a little bit of this here in this third period, a little bit of chippiness behind the play.
Well, it's kind of been building here slowly but surely. There's an opportunity with Glaniche down, but again, Bonfi just can't get his defense there. Took it really off his stick, so he didn't really get that good of an opportunity to score.
Tyler Hoffman was effective defensively there to stop that opportunity. Again, Osseo's best offense has come from off the faceoff here tonight. It's another scoring chance created 4-on-4 off the draw from Osseo's Mitchell Meyer. He's been able to do that a couple of times. This is what the open ice does for these two teams now. As the puck gets played to the point, Tynes plays it back down low. Getting it there is Meehan. Meehan lost it though. Outworked by Aker. Aker got it to the point, but not out of the zone. Now it's back down low in the hands of Adam Johnson. In the corner it goes. And Brash gets checked off the puck. Meehan trying to get loose. Finally finds Johnson. Goes to the point where Tynes plays it back down low. And racing after goes Ty Hill. Hill gets possession for Osseo, and he'll skate it out. Hill misfires a pass up to Meyer. And now Osseo will be on the power play here for 55 more seconds. Nice looking check down there by Tynes. Separate body from puck. Nice hit from Osseo to do the same thing. They end up turning over the possession to them with that body check on the forecheck. Osseo finally able to get some breathing room on the power play, but TG doesn't usually stand around and wait. As that puck gets thrown on goal from Dylan McKenzie, and hanging on is Holscher for a big save. Holscher hasn't seen a ton of action, makes that save, makes sure not to give him a rebound.
Well, good control finally by the Osseo Earls inside the attack zone and got it set up. But again, they got a puck out to the point for a shot, and just kind of defense cleared out front, so it was an easy save for Holscher.
Bonfi. Good body contact there between Bonfi and Fischbach. Here comes Osseo out of the zone. Westman down the right side, tries to get around the defenseman, does get after the puck. Throws it behind the goal. Westman. And the Orioles gain control, but TG is now at full strength. Centering feed denied, and a chance right there on a deflection, and then pucking it up right on Fischbach's stick, and then he fired it wide. Osseo plays the puck out to center ice. Vlasic winding one up here across the blue line into the zone. Looks to feet, nice deflection. Great looking pass there to Lee. Lee just couldn't quite get the right angle on it. Fischbach retreating in his own zones. Sends a breakout pass up the left side to Redding. And Redding flips it all the way out of the zone. It's on goal, so no icing. And back to get it goes Golden. Golden banks it off the far wall and out of the zone. Osseo gaining control just outside the red line. Garrity fans on that dumping attempt. Vlasic back to get it, gets taken down, back to his feet. And he's pinned up against the boards there by Goodman. Vlasic showing great persistence to get that puck out of the zone in the face of that forecheck from Osseo. Now Garrity, nice transition pass up ahead to Redding. Redding will dump it into the zone. And once again, it's Vlasic back to get it. Gets it away from a check, races after it. He's had quite the shift here, but he's going to run out of gas soon. Osseo gains control, back to the point it goes, and oh, that's not a good whistle for Osseo. They finally had some pressure. TG was getting tired, and look at, they had 6 guys on the ice. How come they had such good forecheck? They had 6 players on the ice. How long did they have 6 players on the ice?
Oh my
goodness. After a while, it's like, why are they winning all the races to the puck?
Let's see, we got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Absolutely. Somebody wasn't paying attention on the line change with the power play.
Hey,
that's costly.
That kind of thing can't happen at a Mites game. You know, I'm a lot of Mites games. The parents would be screaming their head off.
Ooh.
Referees would never get away with it for that long.
Oh, man. Yeah, the only time they really look at it is when there's a line change up by the benches.
Bench minor 20 men on the ice, called on the Orioles. It's good strategy though. It worked out pretty well. They had a good forecheck going.
Yeah, they did.
Here come the Eagles on the power play. Oh, what a pass! Great looking feed right there from Meehan as he dropped it to Jarrett, and Jarrett fired it, but up to the task was the Osseo goaltender Ben Kleinashe, who I would like to say, Dan, he's recovered from that opening period mistake. Made a number of big saves now. Offsides on the Orioles.
He's played pretty well. He gave up that 1 week one in the beginning, but boy, I'll tell you what, he has stepped up pretty good. Got an opportunity here. Look at that save. Holding his ground good. I don't think there was a second save there. No, it got dribbled off, but he's holding his ground good. He's playing well for him.
Vlasic with 1 minute to go in the TG power play. He bounces it off the boards a little bit too far for Lee. Lee got tripped up, but right quickly to his feet. LeMay dumps it in. Lee wins the race, rings it around the boards. Vlasic pinches in, holds it in. Now walking it out. Bonfie fires it. Kick save there made by Kleinashe. Osseo can't get it out. Now the puck ends up on LeMay's stick down in the corner. He goes to the point. Vlasic buys some time. Has his pass deflected. Good stick there by the Orioles. And Osseo gets it all the way down as Compton's able to get a line change. Vlasic will take it behind his goal one more time. There's LeMay with some speed across center. LeMay tried the toe drag, gets it back now. Off the boards to Bonfie. Back to LeMay. LeMay's got him wide open. Oh. He was wide open, but Kleinashe got his paddle on it. Here comes Osseo out of the zone. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Puck goes deep into the corner. After it goes Hill. Hill tried to center it. Goes through the slot. Nobody home for Osseo. Here comes Lee the other way. It's 1-on-3. Lee goes around the defenseman, tries to drive the net. It's taken off the puck nicely by Griffin Garrity. Meehan loses it there. Nice defense by Meyer to come take it away. Meyer's pass too far for Hill. And Lee's still on the ice here. It's been a long shift. He's out there for about 2.5 minutes. Entire power play, and now for an extra 30 seconds.
Well, coach, he likes to play, by gosh. Couldn't come to sit in the bench, came to skate. Oh, gosh. But I'll tell you, Osseo, their passes, the long passes in the neutral zone all day have been too long. I mean, there's been at least 8 to 10 of them that I think I could count in my mind that it's really broken them up when they've got a good rush started.
Good fight for the puck in the corner. Osseo gains control and plays the puck out to center ice. Well, pitch and catch between the two defensemen there. Tinus.
Why not?
Now we'll dump it in. And after it, into the zone goes Jones. He gets checked on the boards. Osseo comes out with a nice rink wide pass there for a rush up ice. This is Cooper Goodman. Goodman lost it as he entered the TG zone. Eagles will toss the puck into the zone, go on the forecheck once again. And with it now is Brash. Brash gets away from the forecheck. Nice looking forecheck there from Sharp as Sharp cut him off. Sharp goes down to LeMay. LeMay tries to center it on the stick of Delzer, who plays it back down low to LeMay. Now LeMay tries to center out front. Here comes Delzer on his backhand. He gets tied up before he's able to get a shot off. Delzer again with another chance. Excuse me, that's not Delzer, that's Sharp. Sharp with a backhander. That's LeMay, number 21, with a chance. Good shift from the 3 TG forwards, dominating the play. Now a turnover. Puck goes right to the point, and it's somewhere under Kleinashay's pads, but the whistle came late as he was looking around and couldn't find it.
Boy, just dominating for 2 lines there, Joe. And they had the Totino-Grace had it in the Osseo zone for, boy, a good minute and a half, enough for 2 line changes. And that whistle was very fortunate there, but they have just out-hustled them big time. There could have been a penalty there for a held stick, but what a turnover right there, right out in front. What a save there, too. Got it in his pads, brought it back out, and get a little chippiness going, but Grace is going to go on the power play here again.
Off the face-off, Totino-Grace now on the power play. LeMay gets a backhander on. Kleinashay makes the save. There was a penalty at the end of that, a little exchange on Osseo. As it was Micah Beisner who got the penalty for high sticking. And TG, better looking power play on their last attempt, but still nothing to show for it here tonight.
Didn't really get anything clean on it, but they're setting up and doing that going. But like I said earlier, Coach Ruiz says they're getting looks, but they're just not burying it.
Oh, what a great play right there.
Yeah.
Bonfi to Lee and sent it across. Finally, TG gets on the board on the power play. Good patience on the transition into the zone. Bonfi coming down the right side, and he finds Lee on the back door.
Just came through really nice there with a couple of nice passes that got him open, and he came in on the short side and just buried it. This pass right there, bang. Oh, got it over to Lee. That was beautiful. I thought it was a shot over here by Bonfi. He got it across, slipped it through the crease. Oh, my gosh. I couldn't have written that one up any better, Joe.
That was a good looking goal.
And number 21, Gavin LeMay. On the goal, ball 21. Eagles goal scored by 9 Lee. From 6 Bonfi. And 21 LeMay. A power play goal for your Eagles.
And pass called on Osseo. Face-off will come back down inside the Orioles zone. Osseo's just kind of slowly been running out of gas here tonight.
Well, they've given up consistently 13 goals in the third period. They give up 12 goals in the second period, and that consistency is showing. They're just, second and third period, they're getting really dominated.
Waiting for it on the far side there was Musial, but he was unable to get it out on the first attempt. Now it's held into the line. Osseo does gain control here. We're back at full strength with that power play goal from TG. Under 4 minutes to go now in the third period. Closest the score has been is 2-1. At the end of one. Otherwise, it's been unanswered goals ever since. 3 in a row for Totino-Grace.
Well, out of those 5, a couple of them, Grace, you know, for that first one, kind of a softie, and that Bonfi's goal where it just got blocked but dropped right on the edge of the crease. Bonfi just had to tap it in on the short side, but overall, Grace now has put together some really nice goals, some nice plays. We got the power play going a little bit. And we got the Laverne Cardinals coming in tomorrow night, a state tournament participant the past couple of years.
Right, yep.
And a lot of people won't believe that after I just said it. Who?
Well, they tell us when you get a couple of good players into the program, and they had a player that ended up being one of the top scorers in the state the last few years.
It'll be a good test for Grace, too, coming off the game tonight, so back-to-back nights. It'll be tough to do.
Off the face-off, Osseo's able to chip the puck out into the Grace zone. And after get it is Tinus. Takes it behind his goal, plays it up the wing. Now TG will dump it in and go on the forecheck. Thomas Jarich pinning it up down there in the corner. Good check there by Johnson on the forecheck, finishing his check, gets the puck right back on his stick. Osseo plays it to the line, but not out. Shot on, Kleinashay, puck still sitting there, and he's still not able to cover it up. And now it goes all the way to the point. Osseo's got a penalty coming up, delay penalty pending on some of that action in front of the net. And it's a roughing penalty.
You know, we'll see what this occurs. It might not be that bad a penalty considering how wide open that net was. Good shot on. He just can't find the handle on it. This is off to the right there. They'll get a better angle on it. It could have been a high stick there too on Grace, but then in retaliation for that high stick, he got pounded down in the crease there. It was almost one of those, Joe, I might have taken both of them. I don't know if I would have taken one.
Yeah. There's a lot of action out there. Totino-Grace back on the power play here. Look at their offsides by a couple of feet. Here comes the whistle. Luke Delzer was racing down the ice there as one of his linemates got across a little too early. Faceoff comes outside the Osseo zone. Osseo trying to get through this one here. One last penalty to kill. Not a lot of jump in their step here since that first period. Off the draw. Vlasic back to get it. Takes it behind his goal. And here comes Delzer. Delzer plays it around the defenseman. Wins the race to his own puck. Now takes it behind the goal and looks for some help. Throws it back to the point. Shot right on. And a quick kick save there by Kleinashay. Kicked that one out. TG regroups now at center ice. Delzer didn't have the lane, so he tosses into the zone. They go for a change. It's a freshman mistake right there. If you're going to go for a change in the power play, what you actually want to do is give the puck to somebody else who's not going for the change.
Yeah, exactly. Give it back to where you need.
Maintain that puck possession. Get the forwards to go off the ice.
Yep.
Something to work on when you're up 5-1, right?
Well, there you go, Coach. Nice job.
Vlasic carries the puck up. Nice pass up to LeMay. LeMay down the right side. Gets around the defenseman. Goes behind the goal now, looking for some help. Has Bonfi trailing him. Now he walks right out to the middle. Back to the defenseman. Shot right on. Nice deflection by Lee in front. Kleinashay saw it cleanly and was able to cover with no rebound allowed.
Well, May standing out there all by himself. I'm sorry. Brandon Lee standing there by himself, just deflecting it with no problem. Somebody's got to get on him in the middle.
Puck was played with a high stick, so by Totino-Grace. So we'll have the puck in the faceoff coming all the way back down into the TG zone.
You could look at Jack Bonfi there, one of the returning vets, one of the few for the Grace Eagles. He's had a good game tonight.
Yes, yeah.
He's had a couple opportunities. He could have easily had at least a couple more goals.
He and Johnson and LeMay really started developing some. Or him and Lee and LeMay rather started developing some good chemistry.
That's a good line when if it starts gelling big time, it's going to be real dangerous.
This puck will go out of play. Stoppage of play now again with 47.3 to go in this third period.
Next up for the Orioles, will be up at the World Tournament next week, opening up a game against the International Falls Broncos, and we'll end up playing Warroad and Grafton, North Dakota.
Meehan catches it off the carry behind the net, tries to center it, has that pass deflected, and the puck leaves the zone. Race for the puck now. Good looking effort there from Carter Compton. Interception at neutral zone. Leading that play was Garrity. TG regains control now. Into the zone comes the Eagles. That shot was deflected and blocked, and now Osseo sends it all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing. Wise call by the ref there. Savvy veteran. Let the timer out here in the third period. And that will do it for the third period. Very convincing win here for Totino-Grace as they go grab their third victory of the season. And with that win, Totino-Grace moves to 3-7-1. Osseo falls to 1-6 now overall for the season.
Well, still regrouping time for the Osseo Orioles. And sometimes going to the World Tournament's a good thing. I've seen them go up there disheveled, come back, and they're a pretty good hockey team. They find a lot when they get out on the road and some fun. Grace, coach thought they were a tired team. It's that they didn't look like it. They had a good jump on the game tonight and really got after it quite a bit. And they gelled real well. I thought that first line really played well. The defense was outstanding and dominated the game tonight.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. We'll take a quick break, and we'll try to grab a couple of these Totino-Grace victors here tonight and hear from them after these messages here. You're watching high school hockey on CCX.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Back in Brooklyn Park, closing up shop here with Totino-Grace beating Osseo 5-1 here tonight. Was going to try to catch up with some of the stars of the game. Was going to try to talk to Jack Bonfee, the #1 star, and Brandon Lee, the #2 star here tonight. Fortunately, just couldn't quite get him. Locker room situation here at Brooklyn Park not available for us, but a tremendous game for the Eagles and a nice victory here tonight. For the entire crew here at CCX, for Dan Ficken, I'm Joe Moline. Thanks for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you.